We're going to start off with 3 offensive players, and then we'll follow with a couple from the defensive side. Wide receiver Sean Poindexter is on your left, quarterback Khalil Tate in the center, and on the right, running back J.J. Taylor. So let's go ahead and open up for a few minutes of questions for these guys.
Khalil, we haven't talked to you since Kevin Sumlin took over as the coach. What has it been like for you learning a new offense, dealing with some new coaches? What are your impressions of Coach Sumlin, Coach Mazzoni?
I mean, it's been great. Anytime you get a new coaching staff, in any sport, it's always big that, you adapt to the situation and really just the circumstance and really just to bear down about it.
Sean, you had several big catches. I know the deep one that set up the touchdown pass. What have you worked on this offseason to make sure that you're a big part of the offense for this year?
Me and Khalil Tate really just been working on timing together. In the off season, we stayed a couple minutes after practice every now and then, just do a couple extra deep balls. But with this man right here, I just got to be available. That's what I've been working on.
Khalil, what's been different about learning this new offense? We've heard it's very similar. How similar is it?
It's really just the concept of learning new terminology. For the most part, it's the same plays, but it's a little more compact, a little bit more outlets to certain decisions that you make.
We saw you with that camera on top of your head. How did that help you throughout the spring?
It helped a lot, It's important that, after practice, the coaches watch it and they see if I'm looking at the right things and if I'm not. So, it helps a lot.
Kevin said that some of the plays are one word. Is that right? And how difficult is it to kind of, when you just hear that one word, or pass along that one word for everyone to kind of get on the same page?
The one-word plays are pretty easy to, cope with. They're not anything that's too hard to deal with. So, it helps to have, guys like JJ and Sean that know the plays also, that can just call the plays also.
How do you envision your leadership role this year?
More vocal, more demanding of the offense and demanding of the whole team. Really making sure that everybody keeps their head up, regardless of any, negative situation that happens. Like, say we turn the ball over, just, bounce back and do better.
Khalil, how frustrating is it for spring practice or spring game for you just not to be able to, you're a guy that makes plays and somebody touches you, and then you're out here running around?
As long as you guys know that, that's all that matters.
JJ, can you talk about the running back group and how dynamic you guys are?
We're very dynamic in the backfield. We lost a couple backs, but I think we came together as a group and, knowing that we weren't as deep, that we had to work together and, push each other to be the best players we can possibly be.
How has Nathan Tilford really stepped up and become a part of you guys?
He's just, it's Nate, like the big boy. And he's running the ball hard, and he's doing what Coach is telling him to do, and he's stepping his game up.
Jay, what did you think of that stiff arm that he threw on that one run?
Oh, man, I feel bad for whoever he did it to. I don't remember who it was, but I feel bad.
Sean, how has the receiver group been adjusting to the outside and inside coaches? I don't know, have you ever had that? Or
No, this is the first time. I think we're doing pretty solid. It's nice having the group split up, because then we really get to understand what they're asking from us outside receivers, and they understand their job too, so it's solid.
What is Coach Mazzoni like in the quarterback room?
He's very funny. He's very, you can cope with him easily. He's very understanding of, people are going to mess up, and it's all about really just getting them back the next time.
What are some of the fundamental things that he's been working with you guys on out there? It seemed like when we saw that first practice, it was a lot of footwork.
Yeah, really just, one of the main things that he preaches is, playing in the phone booth. So playing in, a space that's tight and really being able to make decisions in certain throws and, a tight space.
How do you feel like that part of your game is coming along, playing in the pocket?
It's coming along well. It helps that, to have a great coach, Coach Mazzoni, and really just to groom me and help me and, get to that destination.
how is he different than Rod Smith?
I wouldn't say he's different. I'd probably say he's what Coach Smith could have been. if Coach Smith was given the same opportunities that Coach Mazzoni's given.
How involved is Coach Sumlin? And does he ever poke his head in the quarterback room?
Yeah, whenever he's walking down the office, walking to his office, he'll, look at us, smile at us. It's nothing really. I mean, he lets Coach Mazzoni coach the offense, lets Coach Yates coach the defense, so that helps a lot.
One or two more questions for these fellows?
A couple guys who stood out today, JJ, were Anthony Mariscal and Brandon Leone. What can they add to the mix?
They can add a lot, more depth to the backfield and, more bodies just to produce.
Where do you, how far along do you feel like everybody is as far as knowing this offense and knowing what to do, like it's the back of your hand?
I feel like we're pretty much there. We know what to do. We get a play in. We're already knowing where to go, where guys are going to be. So I think we're pretty good.
What do you think about that, Khalil?
I think we're doing a great job. We're really understanding, Coach Sumlin and his newer plays and Coach Mazzoni, really just buying into the system.
All right, that'll do it for these fellas. Thank you. A couple in the defense. On your left, linebacker Colin Schooler. On your right, safety Demetrius Flanagan Fowles. We'll take a few minutes of questions for these guys.
Demetrius, can you comment on the performance of a couple of your secondary mates today? Jarius Wallace and Jace Whitaker seemed like they had their hands on the football quite a bit.
Oh yeah, they performed well today. Jarius and Jace, they're always a couple of guys who come in and do the extra hard work so they can make plays on the field, and they showed out today. It showed.
Colin, Coach Sumlin said that the linebackers have been the group that stood out the most to him in spring. What does it mean to you to hear that, and where do you feel like you guys have made the most strides as a group?
I feel like that's good for us to hear, but that's what we're supposed to hear. I mean, he's told us we are the quarterback of the defense, so it kind of goes with being the quarterback of the defense, and I'm just super pleased with our group. We're always getting here, watching extra film. We're always running into each other in the weight room, getting extra workouts, and I'm not surprised we're doing this well.
How about for you individually? Where do you think you've improved the most since last season?
Definitely mentally, and I put on a little bit of weight too. So with the increase in my size and my knowledge of the game, I feel like I'm playing faster and more loose than I did last year.
How much bigger are you?
I put on like around 15, 20 pounds.
So what are you up to right now?
I range between 235, 240.
What did you play at, would you say, for the most part last season?
Around 220.
Around 220.
Yeah.
What's it been like to work with Coach Yates after having him be in a different group last year?
It's definitely different. I mean, being in the room with the DC, you always know what everybody else is doing too. So we're not just learning what we have to do, but why we have to do it and what else is going on with our defense. So effectively, I feel like we're doing a lot better out in the field.
Demetrius, what do you feel like is the biggest difference with this coaching staff overall? What do you like about the vibe around the staff?
What I like about the vibe is that they, it was a quick change for us to have a whole new coaching staff come in quickly, and they kind of took on that job, with the sense of urgency and with the sense of respect that they know we just had a coaching staff just leave, and that they came in and they they were there for us. They took us under the wing and they just said, okay, listen, I know you have a new coaching staff, but here I'm here for you, and then let's get this done.
Well, what is Coach Rushing like?
Coach Rushing he's legit. He's a great coach. I'm learning a lot from him in regards to scheme and his knowledge of the game. Basing off with him working with NFL teams. So he's taught me a lot, and he's continuing to teach me more as we continue to build our relationship.
When you look back on the season you had last year, where do you feel like you need to make the most growth?
I feel like I need to just be more relaxed. I feel like I got a little too tense. My junior year, I feel like I need to make some of the plays that I really don't need to rush and go chase and just let it come to me. Just relax a little bit more and just make the plays that I know I'm capable of making.
Is there much difference schematically?
No.
Is it pretty much?
It's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Coach Yates referenced the other day that maybe he'd be able to add a little more because guys have more experience for either one of you, and you've maybe been able to do that a little, add a few new wrinkles because guys are older now. Been in the system.
I mean, with spring ball, there's only so much you can put in with that period of time. And we have a couple new guys that either came from a JUCO or early enrolled, so we didn't want to overwhelm them with too much. So it was just getting our base defenses down pretty much for the spring ball.
For either of you, when you get a chance, do you see anything different from Khalil this spring as opposed to last year?
Man, he's fitting the ball in some windows I've never thought he can fit the ball into. You know, sometimes you feel like you're in great coverage, man-to-man, great coverage, and then he just fits the ball in there and completes a pass, and just like, whoa. So I feel like his passing has been way more efficient this spring.
Any thoughts on that?
I mean, he's always had the confidence he knows that the plays he can make, but like Demetrius said, his passing he's not scared to make any throw, and there's nothing you can do except just tip your hat off to him and say that was a good throw, a good play.
You mentioned junior college guys or new guys. 2 of them are defensive tackles, big guys. Sione's back and healthy. Do you feel like you linebackers have had a little bit more room, less guys on you because of the big guys in front of you?
Definitely. When they're rolling, it's dangerous for whoever on the other side of the ball. And, I mean, I enjoy it. It allows me and Tony to play freely, fast, and that's what we want.
Time for 1 or 2 more.
Coach Rushing, you talked a little bit about having the younger guys growing up on the field last year. At what point for Colin did you feel like the game kind of slowed down for you? And what are you doing this spring to make sure that everything is down and you and Tony are ready to fly around and make plays?
I mean, I can't really say specifically when it slowed down. It just kind of happened. But definitely watching the old tapes from last year and looking at opponents that we're going against again really helps me. Like, I could see I made a mistake in a game that I can't make the next year, or else it might be the difference between winning and losing a game. So I feel like watching myself and watching old tapes of ex-players, that will really help me out.
So, Coach Sumlin said that the next several months are super important for guys as far as getting bigger, developing into leadership roles. What are you guys thinking about as far as your off-season programs? What goals you might have, what you hope to get accomplished for yourselves and for the team?
All right. He basically said to us after today was, congrats, guys, you made it through spring ball, but the season hasn't even started yet. It's not over. We still got a lot of work to put in. We still got a lot of room to grow. So he expects us from now till fall camp to get even better, bigger, faster, and stronger. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're a very competitive group, and I see us winning a lot of games in the future.
Yeah, based off what he said, you know, we're focused on this next couple of months just to get bigger and stronger, because we're already a great competitive group of guys. You know, we're just working on, you know, getting stronger and getting bigger so we can last a whole season.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Demetrius.